Welcome back, everybody. It is me, Anthony, here to talk to you guys about another episode of A Murder at the End of the World. I just want to give a shout out to all of you guys that have watched the first video in the series that we're going to be doing. Really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new people and all the old people that come in here. But without further ado, you know how it is. I'm going to give you guys my recap first, then I'm going to give you guys my review of the episode, and then we're going to talk about theories. Let's get into it. This is the second episode, Chapter 2, The Silver Doe. The episode opens with Darby running back into the hotel looking for help. Darby runs into the room of astronaut Sion or Sean. I know some people were saying it's pronounced Sean in the comments, and even in the show, some people call her Sean, but then I hear Sion. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. How do you pronounce her name? The two of them go to Bill's room and Sean performs CPR, but it's too late. Bill is already dead. Stunned by the news, Darby goes into full Scooby-Doo mode and starts taking mental notes of the surrounding in Bill's room. At this time, Darby starts to have flashbacks of the first time that her dad took her to work. I guess it was just one of those bring your kid to work day. And this would be the first time that Darby sees a dead body, thus triggering her interest into solving crimes. I bet this is every middle-aged female millennial's dream. You know, they already are watching true crime stories as it is. They want this to be their origin story. Andy and his security team arrive at Bill's room and forcibly remove Darby from the scene. The head of security's wife tells Darby that she should get some rest and hands her some sleeping pills so that could help calm her down. After taking some of these pills, Darby flashes back to when she and her father find a Jane Doe with silver earrings. Darby finds it strange that the Jane Doe would be wearing these type of earrings because they look a little bit more of an older lady style rather than a teenage girl. This leads to Darby taking the earrings and searching online to try and look for more information. Darby replies to a post on a Reddit forum titled The Doe Files and starts chatting with the user Kill Bill, which ends up being none other than Bill himself. Jumping back to the present, Darby wakes up and heads out to join the others. Lee gives Darby a hug and says that she is sorry for what has happened. The two of them sit down with the rest of the group, and Andy announces to everyone that Bill has died of an overdose. Darby looks surprised by this revelation and starts to question Andy's claims. The rest of the group feels like they should all leave the hotel due to what has transpired, but Andy pushes back and suggests that they should stay and continue the work that they have already started. I know we're 2 episodes in and they established that they're here to solve climate change, but yet I haven't seen them do anything. Like, are they meeting together or anything like that? Again, I know we're only 2 episodes in, so they got some time to do that, but I did find that kind of funny. After some time, the rest of the group agrees with Andy and decided to stay. Angered by this, Darby gets up and storms off. She then decides to make one of the public bathroom toilets flood and get the head of the desk to check it out. Once she is alone, she goes over to the computer and gives her ring key access to Bill's room. With Darby not having access to Bill's room, Darby enters the room and starts her investigation. With the help of Ray, Darby comes to a theory that someone else injected drugs into Bill's arm. As Darby is doing more investigations, she is interrupted by someone trying to enter Bill's room. Darby quickly hides and sees that it's Lee Anderson entering the room. Lee frantically starts looking for something in Bill's room, but is interrupted by the sound of applause coming from upstairs by the rest of the group. Lee leaves Bill's room and Darby follows. Upstairs, Martin is giving a presentation to the rest of the group about his upcoming movie and how Ray will be an important part in the future of storytelling. Darby sits next to Lee and tells her that Bill didn't kill himself and that the person who killed him might be in this room. Darby questions Lee and asks her what she was looking for in Bill's room. Lee claims that she was looking for signs that Bill didn't kill himself, but come on, we watched the episode. Lee Anderson is looking sus as heck. You know, she be like shifting her eyes and just saying things inconvenient. I mean, Darby already told her that, you know, she thinks that somebody else killed Bill. And then she starts taking that theory, saying like, oh, you know, I was looking for something that might suggest that somebody killed him too. I got my eyes on you, Lee. Lee then tells Darby that the cameras in the hotel are wireless and that they are on their own VLAN. This is the first time I've ever heard the term VLAN in my life. I don't know what that is, so go look it up. if you want to know more. Meaning that Darby just needs to get the SSID and password to be able to access the video footage of the entire hotel and possibly find out who was there that night of Bill's death. Just sounds that easy, you know? Just get a SSID and a password. You're good. Darby asks Ray if any of the lights in the hotel are smart LED lights, and Ray tells her that one of them is indeed a match. Darby takes the light out and works her young Sherlock Holmes magic and gains access to the video footage in the hotel. She sees that Ziba, who has a creepy obsession with Bill, or aka Fang, is hanging out in front of his room, and that a few other guests pass Bill's door as well throughout the night. As Darby goes through the footage, she freaks out when she sees a figure in a white mask in front of Bill's room. And the episode ends with a flashback scene of young Bill and young Darby meeting for the first time to start their romance. And that is the end of the second episode of A Murder at the End of the World. And I gotta say, things are heating up in this series now. You know, in the beginning, I was kind of like, I like this, but I don't want to put my full approval onto this show yet because it's kind of slow. And I know that these type of shows have to be a little bit slow and methodical in telling a story and drawing out these red herrings and these mysteries and all that stuff. I get it. I know. I'm used to this kind of stuff. I've watched quite a few mystery movies and mystery shows in my day. But what I really like about this episode is we're ramping things up. We're getting to know a little bit more of the mysterious side of each of the characters. And we're kind of, at this point now, you can start saying like, okay, I think this person does it. I think this person has done it. Something weird is going on. I will say the thing that kind of dragged down the episode, or stuff that I really didn't really care about, was the stuff with young Darby and Bill. I know they had to show us how they got involved with each other, and I do like Bill's screen name, Kill Bill. I thought that was kind of funny. I just felt like that stuff was a little bit already established. We already kind of knew that Bill and Darby had some kind of relationship, and this was just pretty much validating that what we already knew in the beginning of the first episode. But hey, that's just me. Let me know what you think of this episode in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. And now we're getting to that part of the video where we are doing our theories. It's theories time. And I gotta say, the one big theory that I have, or the one question, I guess, it's not necessarily a theory, but something that I'm gonna be keeping my eye on, is the opening scene where Darby is pushed out of Bill's room and she hits one of the workers at the hotel who has pretty much a whole nice tea set. And Darby asked that guy if that tea set was going to go to room 11, which is Bill's room. And at first I was kind of like, okay, that's a weird throwaway scene. Why did they even show us that? But then I got to thinking, if that guy was bringing tea to Bill's room, that means that Bill had ordered or requested for that tea to be brought to his room. But we are being told by Andy that Bill has overdosed, but that doesn't really make sense, because why would somebody overdose themselves or get high right before they're about to drink some delicious tea, which I'm assuming is delicious. It's in a rich dude's hotel, so I'm assuming it's pretty high grade. So I think Darby is onto that as well. She's kind of like, it's really weird. We also get another weird interaction with the mysterious Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer guy. They finally name dropped him. His name is Rowan. He starts crying and showing a lot of emotion for some random reason for a person that I think he has never met before. He starts crying and saying, "Oh, poor boy, I can't believe he done that," when he finds out that Andy has supposedly overdosed, and he asks to see the body. So that's kind of weird. I don't know if he wants to do some ritual stuff with it or some prayers or something. I don't know. I want to know more about Rowan's character. Right now, he's the most interesting man or person in this show right now. But of course, guys, let me know what your theories are in the comments down below. What kind of weird stuff is coming into your mind palace? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you enjoying this series as much as I am? I'm really liking this. I was a little hesitant in the beginning because I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I wasn't a person that watched the OA. I heard a lot of good things about it, but I never watched it. And now I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, maybe I have to go back and watch the OA because I'm liking the weirdness that's happening here. But also don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as we go on to this journey of A Murder at the End of the World. And as always, guys, keep watching.